We know that if you kiss a frog, you can turn into Prince Charming. But now watch as a self-proclaimed princess turns into a toad.
Babe, you're like not giving him a chance. Do you know what I mean?
This is Rehashed.
You want the trash, I got it all for you. Let's rehash the mess together. A sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
Hello, I'm Wilko, and I will be your guide to tonight's dinner party trash, mess, and drama. It will be our first din-dins, and in just a quick moment we'll get there, but quickly, a catch-up with the Love Lab Rats. After their wedding, where they had a huge mama unbearable sticking a nose into everything that didn't concern her, it seems like Stella didn't heed their warnings, and he is rubbing her in the hot tub. Oh, yes. He even pops his cork in there. Oh, it's a champagne bottle. You have such a dirty little mind. Even though in the last episode her friend Joey Drama said the vibe was off, Stella is definitely saying the vibe is on.
I feel super connected to you.
Yeah.
Guys, he is super connected to her. Super. They haven't even done the deed yet, and Philip is being tested. In particular, little Philip, because things are getting hot and heavy. Another strong match from the edit was the bisexual and the broken AFL dreams man. Yeah! She's a bisexual. No, I'm not 100. I'm pretty sure. I think she mentioned it in the last episode and maybe the first episode. Anyway, put in the comments below if you're 100% sure that she said she was a bisexual. Maybe she didn't. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Even though Grayson said he had the hots for her and she said that she felt the spark, they slept in separate beds on the first night, and the voiceover robot is saying that things have stalled. This is the awkward moment where he asks, is this our bedroom? Am I allowed to sleep in a bedroom? Julia, the bisexual, in case you didn't know, she brushes it off with an I don't know, but it started out so well and now it feels so weird. You know what? I begged that spark to stick around, but I guess it's off somewhere else, like Danny's gaze in Fiji.
Maybe this is my room.
Well, he said our room. He said our room. Look, everyone has boundaries, but as someone who has shared beds with so many people, not like that. Well, I mean like just to sleep with. You know, you have a big night, you're in a share house, and you're just like, whatever. I feel like you could share a bed on this show. Nothing has to happen. Grayson does put her to her bed, though. He gives her a little kiss on the cheek and tucks her in. Thanks, Daddy. Then he heads to a whole other room. We kind of hear nothing from Julia from her side on how she's feeling. So I think it's not looking good all of a sudden. Let's check in with Scott and Gia. And, oh yeah, they banged. Gia says, well, we're in this place, you know, we should enjoy it. And I get it because hotel sex is elite. And you can't wipe the smile off Scotty's veneers. I mean, look at those bad boys. Over in Fiji, it's different with Danaconda and Only Be Looking at Me, Beck. It's their final day and they want to clear the air before the flight back because it would be really awkward having to like, hey, can I pee? But then I'll sit down and we'll never speak. I think we missed some stuff, sweet baby angel, because the way dinner ended and crossed to now where he has his leg thrown over her, not in the way that Beck would like, and the way that they're talking, I think we really missed an actual makeup. I don't think it was makeup sex. He apologized. She apologized. She does note her past insecurities may be at play here. And when you say may, you mean definitely, right, Beck? I guess there is some self-awareness there, but I'm not sure the self-awareness is enough to stop what's happening right now in her brain. They just really want us to think it's all good. So a producer told her to put her hand right here. Yeah, Beck, if you can, just on his leg. Yeah. They have the most unpassionate kiss, and we are meant to think, great. True love is still achievable with the science. All of the Love Lab Rats are now headed back to Sydney, and guess what? You get a shot of the Opera House and the bridge, you lucky duck. I don't know about you, but unlike Philip, I am thirsty and dying for the hard stuff. Get me to the pre-dinner cocktail. I need a drink after all my copyright issues with the great Nine Network. Oh, we bow down to you. I will always make sure that I say nice things about the show that follow your narrative, never question the legitimate science, and only suckle at your entertainment teat and nobody else's. God. Do we think that's enough? too much? I don't think there's such a thing as too much when it comes to Channel 9. I have appealed all of their copyright bullshit, and I guess we'll see if Rehashed is removed from the internet. But to make sure I can still pay the bills, I am about to launch another channel called Regular Sook. It's been in the planning for months because I am the sookiest of boys. And if you're an international SBA and you have no idea what sook means, it's a crybaby, somebody who is overly sensitive. The actual meaning is a female crab, and I do have claws. The link is below, so go and subscribe to this channel in case Rehash disappears, but only if you like me and my content, not just MAFS stuff, even though I'm planning to drop something on that channel that is MAFS related in the near future. Did I mention the link is below? This Sookie boy would really like it. Before we even get to the pre-drinks, what is this weird hand gesture from Philip? Is he signing to Stella? If you know, please tell me in the comments. I'd like to think it's some sort of secret language between them. Actually, that would be a smart thing to sort out some signals before the mess starts. It also looks like Float Your Boat and have sorted out their miscommunication. Yeah. Rachel says that she did let her emotions get the best of her, but she feels that there is a spark, and thank goodness that bad boy spark is sticking around for someone. Anyone else see Steve Jr. in such a different light now after finding out he was in an emo band? There is a link below to the video where I talk about it, so check it out if you haven't. Go and see that little drummer boy. The Veneer twins, Gia and Scott, are giving themselves the title of MAFS Season 13 power couple, even before setting eyes on everybody else's matches, and just that statement alone will be enough to send Beck off the edge. But I know what you're thinking. What will the other couples think of them when they stride through those barn slidey doors?
Oh my God, they're so hot.
Oh, yep. That's what they're going to think. You nailed it, G-Banger. They call themselves Barbie and Ken. But I don't know, have they ever actually laid eyes on a Barbie or a Ken doll? Like maybe the Australian Gold Coast version. Bianca and Kyle, let's call them. It does make sense because one of them is made of a lot of plastic. No, it's fine. She's proud about it. Going to the din-dins, Beck knows she already has beef with Gia, which is such a great start for us. It's classic. Beck hates Gia on first look because she encapsulates all the girls who ever made fun of her or made her feel like shit just by them existing. All of her insecurities are brought to the surface. And the situation is made all the worse because her TV husband says the bed cam on a scale of 1 to 10 is sitting at
around a 3.
Oh, 3. 3, okay. Which he, it's actually higher than I thought it was, which he says isn't that bad. You know what? I think it's good to have some sort of chem there, but it's not great. 3's not great out of 10. The editors really go hard on the fire alarm testing in the Sky Suites, and I really hope that this is a sign from the universe for what's to come. The real fire for Chris Neild and his BMI-appropriate bride Brooke is that he spilled. He spilled a little bit on his shirt and now he's having a cry. It's actually not even sauce. He's just got a little bit of makeup on his shirt. Oh, poof. It's my favorite thing when I embody my inner toxic straight man. Guys, the makeup's from his wife, so it's fine because boys should never wear makeup. Or is it fake tan? Which seems to be his greatest ick.
And I told you not to touch me.
Anyone else get the feeling that Chris Neild has never really been around women? Won't be the last time she cries, "I told you not to touch me in the experiment." Just change his shirt, my goodness. He says they have an emotional bond because he thinks that they're the same person. And I don't know about that. Beck will be so jealous of your chemistry, your hot chemistry, Chris Neild. She actually might be. Adding to that list, Melusion and No Game Farmer Luke. He's not a game farmer. He's got no game. And his name is Farmer Luke, who is showering his bride with compliments. Finally, what she deserves.
Jeez, you got very good teeth.
Thanks.
I can't remember where he's from, but the way that he's acting, it makes it seem like he lives in like a toothless society. Oh, geez, you got some great chompers, wifey. Oh. Okay, so I'm trying to get the scale. If Danny and Beck are a bed cam of 3, then these two have got to be like a -15. You think? Melusion is excited for the din-dins because she needs to talk to another human. What, the teeth in my Lanta chat are not doing it for you? Ugh, so picky. I do feel bad for the guy. Maybe if he could relax, like as a big maybe, he would be better at conversation. But possibly we're seeing his best ofs right now. Now, can I have a drink? I really want to have a drink. I think I can because I spy a little din-dins table. When Stella and the bad vibe arrive, he is ready to...
I'm fully turned on.
Well, maybe Philip is into group situations. Someone must have told him that this is like a pineapple dinner party where we might chuck some keys in a bowl and let fate decide. The producers are strategically bringing out all the strong couples first. We find out that Steve Sr. hasn't got it up just yet for his bride. Neither has the big fish for the booty, but he hurt his knee. But you know what? Lithuania and Croatia have come together. That is not the hand symbol that I would like to use right now, but I can't. So high school of me. When Beck arrives, speaking of high school, she says that she is stoked that everyone is feeling good, but she's not in the same space with Danny. And with that on her mind, she tells everyone that it's great between them. Guys, everything's really great. Nobody is sold. She shares that they had sex and then that tap was turned off tightly. The girls feel shocked when they hear the phrase, "Are we more friends than lovers?" I think this little girl group in the corner, can absolutely see what's happening here with Beck. Beck even confides in Rebecca that she thinks Danny would be more into Gia.
You're showing your insecurities again.
Yes, husband stealing is mentioned. Yes, please. Beck, don't worry. At least you can have a conversation with your husband. Like, it might be full of insecurities and like toxic negging, but like, it's not about my lanta or teeth.
No, your full name is Melissa.
Yeah.
Oh, is it that dire that you have to check what her real name is? Also incorrect. Her full name is Melusion, thank you very much. She also has to check that he is like a Luke and not a Lucas. But I mean, I thought it was just like edited this way to make it look even more awkward than it is. And I thought possibly they'd had like at least one real conversation, but if they don't know each other's names, then I guess what you see is what you get. Melusion, the second that sliding barn door opens, she seems so happy to see everyone else and cannot wait to ditch her farmer Luke, which doesn't shock me. I just wanted to point it out. She says, and I quote, "I'm dying to talk to someone who is not my husband." And I know we've all said that about our men before, right, ladies? I mean, not you, babe. Never. Never, not once have I ever said that. He watches all the videos. Can't get away with anything. She says that Luke is a really nice guy and then drops a huge butt. And that's a big butt. Mel shares with Alyssa that her type is someone that's got the features that are completely opposite to her. Oh, so you mean a nice person?
So you wanted surfer?
Like you, as a man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming you wanted someone blonde with no tan skin. Okay. But it can't be that surface level. And Long John mentions height when he's like berating Mel a little bit, which I think is an edit slip because we didn't see her say that height was an issue, but I think height is actually an issue. I also agree with so many comments from the Sweet Baby Angels on Rehashed that she used the lateness and the whole chewing gum as an excuse because she just wasn't into him immediately. It's also mentioned, and you'll love this, that she didn't get the rom-com that she ordered. And I reiterate, I think you did. Uppity girl hates the farmer boy and then falls in love with him. That's a rom-com premise for sure. The Melusion is deep though, because she even thought...
My leg's gonna pop.
Hang on. You are living this... Oh, it's so deep. You thought that when you kiss this guy, which you're never going to do, that you thought that when you kiss this Prince Charming in your little rom-com fairy tale romance fantasy bullshit, that your leg would pop and then you would know that it's love. Give me a break. This Melusion you are living in is the reason you are still single. Come join us in the real world. I was going to say it's not that bad. But some days it's not that bad. I know people break wind and people have bad days, but still it's better than living in this fantasy that's not real. Steve Jr. arrives with rah ha 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 ha, and you can tell by his face and his neck angle that he isn't into this attention. It's all too much for him. And that is the noise that Beck is making in her head when Gia arrives. I'm pretty proud of that one. Gia did not enjoy Beck's fake hug or her green dress.
Bit grinchy for me.
The real Grinch in Beck's story is you, Gia, sadly, because instead of stealing Christmas, G-Banger's gonna steal your man. The producers are really pressuring Beck to talk about Gia stealing Danny, and she flat out refuses. Even though she spoke to Rebecca about it, she forgot that she was mic'd up. And I really hope for our sakes that Beck continues to forget that she's mic'd for the rest of the season. Guys, I'm starving.
Dinner served.
Oh! Just in time. I wanted it and it happened. We have ourselves a fresh tink, tink, tink dinner is served man this year. And what's this cutie's story? I don't know about you, but when I see a man with a slight accent in a black vest tap a glass and say dinner is served, it feels like home. Once we get to the table, there is some confusion. Mel asks, is chicken meat? Oh, God. And we used to trust her with like a company car and a company credit card. Like, that's insane to me. Yeah, hun, chicken is meat. Have you been feeding your veggie friends chicken all this time thinking, well, it's not beef, so it should be fine? The edit is making her and Luke look like the dumbest humans in this country. Gia is unhappy, guys, because everyone is being really nice. She asks couples one by one if they've had sex or not, just to spice things up. Both Steve Jr. and Senior, with their respective wives, say no. Sadly, float your boat. He spills that there was a little bump on the honeymoon and the hyenas are circling ready to feed on the mess. But Rachel shuts it down and holds his hand to show that they are good. Very smart from you, rahaha. Ha 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 ha. Boo! No drama there, Gia. Keep digging, babes. Her next tact is to rave about how good her and Scott are doing to make the others feel less than.
Like, shut up, Mingin. Shush.
Oh, Mingin. It's been a hot minute since we've heard Mingin, right? But Beck has a comeback because they went to Fiji for their week and the Veneer twins only got to Townsville. Oh, so sad for you, just Townsville. I love how much is being said without it actually being said. You know what I mean? They just really dislike each other. Gia calls out the weird vibe that Danaconda and Beck are serving at dinner. So much so that Beck runs to the other end of the table. I mean, if we took a shot every time Gia yelled, "How many people have had sex?" I would be absolutely shit-faced. I mean, like Beck at her wedding slurring level drunk. Gia shares that her and Scotty are living their best bad touch life.
Let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
What do you mean no one will get that? You and me, baby, ain't nothing. People will get that. Leave it in. They've done it 12 times already. Giving rabbits a run for their money. Settle down, guys. You can't go that hard. You might shatter a veneer.
What's good for the whole is not good for the soul.
Put it on a shirt immediately. What's good for the whole, not always good for the soul. I know what you mean, Beck. Like, depending which hole we're talking about. I was talking about a bad burrito, like a bad burrito in my mouth. What did you think I was talking about? You're disgusting. Beck tries to tortoise in the hair this. You know, she talks about how a slow burn could end up being the winner in this MAFS race that they both seem to be in right now. And if you burn hard, you might fizzle out fast.
That's not true.
Beck then tries to backpedal because she's kind of pretty much explaining her relationship. One bang, then bye-bye. Backpedal all you like, sweetheart. Gia's never going to back down. And I know that you and I are all about the trash, mess, and drama, but I did want to point out just a little bit of cuteness. Indulge me for a second. Rebecca and Stephen Sr. getting all cute to the point that they have some tears about each other. I mean, that's when you know the science is real. Oh, fuck. I tried to say it. That's when you know the science is real. No, I'm going to do it with this. Wait. Edit this out. I'm going to do it with a straight face for once. That's when you know. Think about something sad. The state of the world. Okay. That's when you know the science. I can't do it. Move on. We have to talk more about the farmer and his melusional TV bride. She is so dismissive of him. Talks about not giving him a chance. Like, have you seen this show before? You could have been matched with an absolute nightmare, but you got this like clueless yet cute and nice guy who means well. Gia, the super sleuth that she is, you know, she's her detective ways. Who's had sex in here? She tries to figure out what the fuck is happening in the girls' corner. They clearly can see that Mel has not given Luke any chance. And I don't think that Mel cares. She does try to make it about something though, because I think she just is just like, no, and she can't figure out why her brain says no. So she says this.
There's no vulnerability. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you haven't fostered a safe space where he doesn't feel judged to open up. So when was he meant to be vulnerable with you? What, do you want a man to come, cut his heart out, hand it to you and say, what shall you do with this princess? It's yours now. Come back to reality, mate. This is what happens when you spend too much time in Canberra. That's a joke. I'm allowed to joke. I lived there for a long time. I love Canberra, but it's funny. She also notes that she has a pretty major ick with the farmer. He listens to the TV volume loudly. Yeah, you should kick him to the curb. Okay, well, many men do this. That is a very common relationship argument. I'm told all the time to turn the TV down, but I'm going deaf because I wore headphones since I was a baby child. But we need more than this for it to be ick-worthy. Then she's asked, hey, does he turn it down when you ask him to? And Mel doesn't even ask him to turn the TV down. She's just mad about it and doesn't say anything. Classic. At least Mel can say that she knows that she's overreacting, but she says she can't help it. And Luke goes on to say that he feels alarmed that he grew up with 3 sisters. He should know how to talk to women, but he cannot connect with her. And I know Luke said some dumb stuff, but the dumbest thing that he has said so far is that he says, I know that she's putting in effort too. No, she's not. Like, he can't even get it to a friendship base level. And the way that she acts with everyone else is clearly totally different.
Being cold to me and then being like really friendly with everyone else. I'm losing the motivation to try.
Yeah, and I say give up. She can't even be nice to you, but she's down there laughing with the girls about how cold she's been.
I feel single.
And I have yelled it since the wedding. Get to know him. Luke still doesn't want to tear her down, but he says it's really tough. And there's so much finality with the way that Mel is speaking. She says like everything as if nothing is ever going to happen with this guy. Has she met tradies? Like, she wanted a tradie, a guy who like fixes shit and carries stuff. I think that they delivered. And he kind of gets me for a second. He gets me. He kind of gets me for a second because he looks like he's upset while he's trying to explain how he feels. All the group really try to break through with Mel, and she admits,
I know like Luke is definitely trying harder than I am.
That's so fucked. Like, I'm glad that she's honest, but if you know that you're not being the nicest person, then stop it. Like, I've worked with this woman and I've seen her be kind to complete strangers, but this guy's being treated like a doormat. I just don't know if any of this stuff is going to land for Mel. We're done with them, and the group now brings the Beck and Danaconda situation to the table, and the general consensus is they move too fast with the sexy times, but do they regret it?
Not at all. Are you joking?
Well, yeah, Beck isn't the one I wanted an answer from this. You know what I mean? Like, I know that you don't regret it, Beck. Danny says he's sad that he rushed into the intimacy because he's done that in the past too many times. And if I had $1 for every guy on this show who said that as a cover for not liking someone, I would be rich, honey.
Yeah, I don't reckon he's into her.
And we can't argue with Bogan Barbie on that one. Beck then demands that he say that she's amazing. Say it. Say it. Say it again. I'm amazing. Maybe that's the new single. I'm not joking. She says those words. And then he drops the F word. The F word being friendship. And then she also drops it, which is like boom, boom, to make us think like that's dramatic, them saying friendship. I think building from friends is great because at the end, friendship is what will keep you together. But if you are both sexual people and then there's no need or want to bang, then that's going to be a huge issue. Gia claims that Danny looks too much at her. Not Beck, Gia. But not everyone wants you G-banger, even though I would really love another cheating scandal. And with that, that's it. First dinner party, not always the most dramatic. Do I feel satisfied? No. I could gobble up some more TMD. Tomorrow, though, the envelope starts sliding under the doors. That's going to be good for us. Thank you so much to everybody who supports my channel. I really do appreciate you. Without you, none of this craziness happens, so I'm all on board. Let me know what other reality shows you're watching at the moment because Love is Blind, I think it drops in like a day, and you best believe I'll be watching that too. Just as like a palate cleanser in between all the MAFS episodes. Hey, if you and I went all the way once again, how was it for you? No, that's not the question. If you did go all the way with me, I got nervous for a second. If you did go all the way with me, I need you to put mingin. I need you to put mingin in the comments below, and I will see you in another episode of Rehashed. If you like this video and maybe you've just found Rehashed, there's plenty of other videos for you to go and watch, so check them out.